Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you a bear market strategy that is absolutely crushing it right now. And I'm just getting started with this strategy. So far, I'm earning about $1,764 coming from 3 different projects. And this is unbelievable. I'm absolutely loving it. And I think what I love about it the most is it appears to be sustainable. I mean, one of these projects has been running for about 3 years. And I'm telling you, it has not, the bear market has not slowed this down at all. At all. So right now, I'm doing a little bit of a pivot on some of my cryptocurrency investing. Many of you know that I have invested into a lot of projects, and really, I'm willing to invest in almost anything. I'll entertain anything if I think that I can understand the tokenomics, understand the project, and if I see some sort of a profit potential. For a long time, I was investing part of the time, part of my portfolio into short-term projects that it was just obvious the economics weren't going to last. Maybe their inflation was too high. Think of projects like Drip, for example. I was one of the first ones to predict the drip price was going to drop, and I don't even have it listed up here. Even though I made a lot of money with that project, and Drip is a success story when it comes to those typical short-term projects. I mean, it's been around for I guess a couple of years now. Of course, at one point the token was like what $200 or something per Drip token, and now it's like 40 cents or 30 cents as of yesterday. And I predicted back several months ago last year that it was going to be down to $1 by December, and people were calling me crazy. Well, that's just because I understood the tokenomics, I understood supply and demand, and I was projecting based on new wallets coming on board. But I understood why the price was going down, and I understood that it was going to continue to go down. And I got lucky calling the month and the price in December. I mean, that's the bottom line. But it was for sure, for certain, that the price was going to keep dropping. And I didn't mind as long as a project wasn't deceptive in their tokenomic. And what I mean by that is you could argue that some of the in the Drip community misrepresented the tokenomics of Drip, but you could look at the contract and the white paper and it was very clear what the tokenomics were going to do and how the tokenomics worked. They didn't change the rules of the game when it came to Drip, so to speak. They didn't do all the development they promised. They didn't do all the promotion, but the tokenomics remained intact, and you have to at least respect that part of it. But it was never going to be a long-term earning project, meaning it wasn't going to last years and years. There was no way at all. So I've started shifting away from these short-term projects. On the screen, I got some that I've done in the past few months. Far more fortunate, I put $416 in. I stopped investing in it because I couldn't understand what they were doing, and I began to feel like maybe they were being a little bit deceptive in their intent. I'm not going to say they were. I will just tell you that I couldn't make the math work the way that they were explaining that it was going to work. So I stopped investing in that project. I don't promote it. By the way, nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not going to give you any referral links inside of this video. None. And I've got the one for Farm of Fortune there covered up because I don't want anyone going into that project. But I do continue to earn from that project. But again, trying to figure out which of these projects are going to make it and which aren't, it's just, I don't find it fun. And I realize if you just focus on sustainable, there's plenty of projects that carry risk, like the 3 projects we're going to talk about here in a moment. They carry risk. They don't have a predetermined end date. There's no reason all of these projects couldn't continue to be great income earners, passive income earners for years and years and years, potentially. I mean, that potential's there. Again, none of this is financial advice. But if you look at a project like Furio, for example, I invested $3,917. By the way, people are like, you don't always show your losses. Well, look, there it is right there. I only withdrew $270. I'm still withdrawing, but it's just a few dollars a week. I mean, that's going to be a huge loser. And with Furio, basically the development team literally changed the game in the middle of the project. So that was kind of wild. Momentum Finance, their economics didn't work either. $2,465 is what I put in. I barely turned a profit on that one, and it basically collapsed. Now, the 5th project, I should probably move over to my other tab because it's probably a sustainable project, but it's a newer project for me. I'm doing some copy trading on a platform I've been following for a long time. We're not talking about any sort of trading bots or Ponzi scam. We're talking about legitimately following other traders, successful traders. That's the idea anyway. And be able to, in fact, there's 4 that I've followed so far. I haven't withdrawn anything in that platform. I'm not going to say much about it other than I just put it up here basically for transparency. I am, using that platform. I'm going to continue to test it for the next 2 to 3 months. If it continues to go well, I will do a full video breaking down exactly, what I'm doing with the video, what I'm doing with that platform, how I'm determining who to follow, what my results have been if it continues to go well. So if you want to watch that video, if you're interested in that video, let me know in the comments. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if it continues to go well, even if it doesn't go well, I will update you on my results. And I'll try to be as transparent as possible. So I'll let you know in a future video whether it goes good or bad. That's the bottom line, if enough people want to know about it. Now, let's talk about 3 projects that I'm using that are sustainable. And I want to clarify what I mean by sustainable. I mean there's no economic end date. They're not inflating their token to kingdom come. They're not driving the price of the token down. That's what I mean by sustainable. Also, they're earning real yield with their project, meaning there's real business revenues, there's real smart contract revenues, and they're able to take those revenues and they give those a portion of those revenues back to the token holders. And it ends up paying out a pretty significant annual percentage rate. I mean, and one of these projects has been been doing really well as a company for over 3 years. So what projects are they? Well, let's go ahead and get into it. First things first, this project, I'm just going to call it casino number 1. I don't want to say exactly, I don't want to bring up the website. I'll tell you this, it's the BFG token, BFG token. That project has done really, really well. And the reason I don't want to say the name or anything is because I have gotten strikes on a couple of my YouTube videos and I can't narrow down. One of these companies has not done what they're supposed to do with Google, basically. They have to submit to Google their domain name and certify ownership of the domain name and all that. If not, you can get a YouTube strike. I thought it had to do because it was gaming, and come to find out that's not it at all. However, I will say this particular project here, the BFG token, I mined this token and I did really well with it. As you can see, last month I only had $276 worth of the token, but I've already profited probably about $15,000 on this token. If you want to understand, first of all, I'm not going to be able to tell you everything like how mining works and all that stuff with these projects. If you want to know, how I mine this token and how these tokens work, then come over here. I'll put a link in the description. There's a free video course reveals a little known method to earn $100 per day. I used to say $1,000 per day, but I thought it was a little bit clickbaity. Although I know someone who's earning about $300 a day, $330 something dollars a day. For most people, they're not ever going to invest enough money to be able to earn $1,000 a day. So $100 a day is definitely more realistic. Go down the description if you want to subscribe to that, and it's going to tell you all about investing in these gaming platforms, how to do it, what my strategy is in doing it, how to calculate your returns, how to know before you go in how much it's going to cost you to mine, and what kind of profit you can sort of expect. I break all of that down in this entire video series. You'll get a video every single day talking about it. But these casinos are incredibly stable. This particular one is, listen, here's what happened. I invested $15,000 in mining costs. I mined a crap load of tokens. They finally listed the token on a decentralized exchange, I think after 2 years, maybe 2.5 years. And I was able to sell that token for about $15,000. And you're like, but Crypto Wealth, you broke even. No, because remember, we get dividends every single day for staking the token on their website or on their casino. I literally withdrew about $14,000 to $16,000, somewhere in there, in dividends. So I literally doubled my money. And the reason I sold the tokens is because I suspected when the token listed on a decentralized exchange that the price would collapse. And it did collapse somewhat. However, it found a floor and it is still paying out an incredible dividend. As you can see, last month it was paying out, I think it was 53%. This month is paying out 63.93%. That might have been 43%. I got to do my math on that again. But anyway, it's between about 40, 45 on the low side, all the way up to 60%. In fact, rarely is it in the 40s or the low 40s. Usually most often it's in the 50% APY, and that's some sort of rolling number on the website. But where does the APY come from? The platform profits. It's a real full platform. In fact, if you subscribe down below, I have a whole video series where I have those videos hosted on a different website. They're not on YouTube. So I don't have to worry about a content strike or anything like that. But I go through and I show you that you'll see that they are full websites. They have slots, they have table games, they have blackjack, all of that. And essentially, the house earns money, and the money from the house gets split up among all the token holders, and it gets paid out every single day. Every single day. So it's a real business earning profit. Right now, I'm rebuilding my position because daily income seems to be very stable. So right now, this month, I've got up to $1,213 in there so far. I'm sorry, that's what I added this month. So the total account value is $1,489. My daily earnings right now is $2.05. Of course, projected monthly, that would be $62. Projected yearly, that would be $747. And all I did was multiply this by 30.4, and then I multiplied it by 365. Or I think I multiplied this by 12 to come up with this number. Just to give you an idea, $2 doesn't sound like much. Getting a passive $747, not too bad. Not too bad. Over 50% APY. In a Ladies and gentlemen, I got to say this again because it blows my mind people don't know about these things. They're paying out over 50% APY in not their own token. They're paying that out in Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, USDT, Tron, ADA, Cake. They're paying it out in all these other Apex cryptocurrency assets, not just their native token. That's what I love, 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 love about these projects. Someone said in my private Telegram, someone said it's almost like having a Bitcoin miner, but better. And it does kind of feel that way, especially with this token, because you actually can buy this token on a decentralized exchange and just take it and stake it on their actual platform. Now, second project, I'm earning a lot more in. This particular casino, their token, you can't buy it on a decentralized exchange yet. I'm not worried about it because that's exactly how the BFG token. This is a STARS token, by the way. And again, I break down everything. I go to the websites. I'm not trying to hide anything from you here on YouTube. I just don't want a content strike. Go down, subscribe down below, free video course, and you'll get all the details on these projects. I'm not selling you anything in that video course, by the way. It's free. However, I've invested now. Last month I had about $6,000. They ran a promotion around the holidays, so I got up to $6,600 for January, and my current earnings are $33 per day. So I'm doing $998 per month right now. Projected $12,000. Look at this APY. I'm getting 183%. So couple of differences in these two platforms, by the way, then I'll get over here to trading a little bit. But a couple of differences. So this one is over 3 years old. This one just turned 1 years old, 1 year old. These over here, they've got their token now on decentralized exchanges. You can go buy it and stake it on the platform if you want and start earning immediately. This one has to be mined on the platform, and I teach you how to do that in the video course, but you actually have to mine it on the platform, and you can't withdraw the tokens. They're just essentially dashboard tokens right now, but you still earn cryptocurrency that you can withdraw immediately every single day if you want to. And again, it feels a little bit sketchy when you mine tokens like that and you can't withdraw the tokens, you can't do anything with them, you just automatically earn dividends for holding them on the platform. But that's exactly how the BFG token started out, for example. So I'm not too worried about it, hoping it follows the same exact path over here. And I'm not looking to sell out. I'm not planning to sell these tokens if they get listed on an exchange right now. And I'm earning, $33 a day. Now, this project is much newer, where this token, more than 50% of the supply has been mined and minted. This one, we just crossed over 10%. So with this one, there's a bit more dilution. So over time, this APY is going to go down anyway. I haven't withdrawn anything. I just literally reuse whatever dividends they give me to mine more tokens every single day. And just because I want to build out my position, that's also why my APY is going up as well. Plus, the volumes have been doing really well on the platform because they also had a holiday promotion that did really, really well for them. So between these two projects, this one I'm getting about $999 per month, and on this one over here I'm getting about $62 per month on this one over here. And I'm going to be adding at least a few more $100. This is the one I'm really wanting to build out because it's stable, and I want to get the amount invested very similar on these two projects just for risk management purposes. Now, trading. So I'm using a protocol for this called Lyra. So this is the Lyra website, and this is all about trading options. And if you don't know anything about options trading, it can be a little bit difficult to understand initially. If you want to know more about this project, I can do more videos and I can, teach on options and teach you the basics of how I'm using the platform. Again, not financial advice, do your own research. But the great thing about Lyra, a lot of people think options are very risky, and they are risky, but there's a lot of risk management strategies to options. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, I don't think they're as risky as everyone says they are. You could lose big on options if you weren't careful, but there's also conservative ways to play options as well. I really like this project, and a lot of people don't know how to make money with options, and I've paid attention to options for a long time. And when I saw Lyra is basically what Uniswap is for an exchange. Lyra is for options. It's fully decentralized. I think that is incredible, and I really wanted to support the project. Now, they're not the only one that's doing options in a decentralized way, but I think the way they do it is more intuitive, and I think their method of doing it is probably the best. And so I'm a little bit bullish on this platform, but what I like the most is what I've been able to earn. So I have about $7,000, and the reality is last month I put about 5,000, and just a week or so ago I added another 2,000. In that time period, I have made $702. I was only looking to earn about 8%. I'm sitting at $700. I'm loving this. And I'm able to keep compounding my earnings if I choose to. When I say compound, meaning I have a bigger account so I can use that account and earn more with. Now, I have to be active. I actually place trades actively, but they're weekly options, so it doesn't take a lot of time. I mean, I check the trades. As far as actually placing trades, I mean, I probably spend less than 15 or 20%. I'm sorry, 15 or 20 minutes a week placing actual trades, and then it's just watching the trades and managing the trades if I need to. I don't know that I'm going to continue to do this well. I need to see more market conditions to see how it goes. There's some things I don't like about the platform. It is not a perfect platform. It is a newer platform, but because it's new, the potential earnings are quite high as well. Now, because it's new there and because it's done in a decentralized manner, some of my risk management strategies that I could use on a traditional options broker in centralized finance, some of those strategies, risk management strategies, aren't available to me. It's just the nature of the beast. But I'm able to make a lot of money right now. Now, I don't know if this is going to continue for the next 3 months, 6 months, or the next year. We'll just have to wait and see. If you want to know more about Lyra Protocol, you want to know more about my strategy overall, just let me know down in the comments. But here's the thing. So I'm making $702 here plus $999 plus $62. That, if you do the math on that, that's $1,764. My goal here is I'm going to continue to build up this. I'd like to get it about $10,000. That's going to give me somewhere between $500 to $1,000 a month conservatively. And then at that point, I'll take part of that and I'll start building up on this platform here. I want to get these two close to that $6,000 range. And then I'll kind of reevaluate what I'm doing at that point. I'm probably going to bring the copy trading platform. If it goes well, I'm going to bring it over here as well because I want to kind of track my progress on that as well. But all four of these platforms you're able to earn a passive income far higher than anything in traditional finance. And of course, you have to accept the risk because it is crypto and it's an emerging market. But I just think the possibilities with good risk management, for me personally, are incredible. I think it's absolutely incredible. I mean, literally, based on just the past couple of years, this project alone has earned a full-time income for a lot of investors. People who had the cojones to go in big early on. I mean, they're doing really, really well. $100,000 invested, you're making over $50,000 per year in Bitcoin and Ethereum and Apex cryptocurrency assets. That's incredible. If you want to understand more about how to invest in the gaming space or the casino space, I'll put the link down below. You can check that out. Also, I will break down kind of more in depth for those of you that are subscribed. I know some of you are already, or those of you who subscribed tonight. I'll kind of break down a little bit more in depth my strategies in another video, and I'll send it out specifically to my subscribers. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to get that video. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I've got some content planned for you you're going to absolutely love. I've got some brand new ways to earn free passive income in cryptocurrency. I got some strategies. There's some news stories coming out. I got some outlooks on the market I'm going to be sharing with you. Ladies and gentlemen, I love absolutely everything about cryptocurrency. I have been in this space since 2017. I am a full-fledged believer in what cryptocurrency can do for the long term. With that being said, I understand it's a volatile, risky space. But I believe those of us that are here early, those of us that are the early adopters, long term, we have the most to gain. If you believe in the future of cryptocurrency, do me a favor and smash that like button. Decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.